ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense, GeForce GTX, Lenovo Legion, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Hello everyone, welcome back. It is the final match between Cloud9 as well as Ghost Gaming for the evening, match day number 10 of the EPL. And yeah, I wasn't too hyped back then. I don't think that will change too much right now. Cloud9 just a bit of a level above.
Yeah, I mean a bit of level below the fact that they're much better at Counter-Strike.
I'm just
beloved. Anyway.
Beloved Counter-Strike.
Yeah, just definitely not. I wouldn't even say a couple of levels above Ghost Gaming at this current stage. The way these two teams stack up, we are heading to Inferno. Previously, these guys faced off, maybe with a couple of players different on their Ghost lineup. 16-2. I mean, maybe it won't be as one-sided. We saw, you know, Dallas firing off, or Dell, if he gets that opportunity with that AWP, he might find a couple of frags. But once again, I expect it to be a similar scoreline to what we saw in Overpass.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look at the schedule for today. 16-3 to CLG over SK. What?
CLG always, like, when they're on the other stream, they just always put up these results, right? But that is convincing.
That's not just convincing. You just defeated SK Gaming on Cache and then just watch as CLG then decide to disappoint us by losing Overpass. It always happens to CLG. Like, out of all the teams, like CLG, when they're on, the executes as well as their players, it's just like, what it is a dream to watch. It's like that day, it's a really hot day, and an ice cream is just delivered to you, and the ice cream you eat won't make you fat, and it just cools you down. That's watching CLG at its peak.
You have someone delivering you low-fat ice cream?
No, unfortunately not.
Right,
but that's like watching CLG play, right? So that's, I mean, SK could be still underperforming a little bit, but not towards that extent. That's just clinical outplay.
Yeah, or maybe something's gone detrimentally wrong on the guys on SK. I mean, 16-3 is not a common scoreline.
I don't think something is detrimentally wrong. I just think CLG definitely played a level above.
Yeah,
and
be keen to check out that game later.
I think SK will definitely step it up. But back towards Cloud9 as well as Ghost. They did take 16-6 victory on Overpass, but it was just a lot of gifted rounds.
Yeah, I mean, there was. I mean, but credit to them, they tried things. We saw them on that kind of first eco where they kind of stacked toilets with the CZ, try to set up some sort of crossfire. It didn't really work out. Tarek and Rush a bit too wide to the positioning. Nonetheless, you know, they tried to be a bit more dynamic. They didn't just go down without some sort of a fight, throwing everything they had at it. But obviously, Cloud9 just had all the answers to that and more. So I expect we'll see this something same. But Inferno, I think they're, you know, odds from Betway, once again, same thing.
I'd say that's probably blown out a little bit more since then. Like this.
You're just so heartbroken about Ghost.
I want to be hopeful, you know? Like, I want to say, look, Ghost, they have a real chance into coming this, you know, new lineup, a little bit more potential, but up against Cloud9, I mean, Cloud9 might have been a roster that are forming up. They're still looking levels above. Sure, they're making slight mechanical mistakes, but I feel like they're just running 5-man in. Look, I'm just going to go pick here, you pick here, let's just go in at the same time. Oh, look, we lost a couple of members. Let's actually talk and actually communicate and play the mid-game. It's otherwise just been early game pushes.
Yeah.
No, that's going to happen in Inferno as well. They're going to start CT side, and they're just going to keep pushing. Like, why wouldn't you just keep pushing? You know you're gonna be that much up. You know you got better aim. You know you got better team play. The best way to have a great defense is a great offense, and that's what Cloud9 are going to think.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do is not attack. But I mean, they might get caught out here. And Inferno, it's not as a complex map in terms of its intricacies of executes on the T side as perhaps something like an Overpass.
Do you really think that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ghost might have an opportunity here to do something if Cloud9 get really, really cocky, which hopefully they do and give us a match to be played. Otherwise, we'll just see another clinical shutout, you know, which would just be a testament to the kind of team Cloud9 are, I think. I think we're focusing too much on where Ghosts are at. They've made their way up. It's their first season in here. They're taking a couple of rounds off the best teams, arguably, in the region or in the world. So, let's see what will happen. You are just, you know, you've already changed into your pajama pants. You're going to take your midday nap. You're getting ready for that.
It's in my mind, it's all over. I mean, I bite my thumb at you, sir, when you suggested that Inferno is a map without its intricacies compared to Overpass. It is, in my mind, one of the more complex maps to play at the moment, which is why a lot of teams haven't solidified the CT side or T side. As Tarek just goes, why not? Just knife me in the back, bro.
Oh, wow. It was a right click as well. So, you know, just giving Ghost as much advantage as they possibly can. Yeah, it's not the best start, but we'll see what happens there. Single kit and smoke on Skadoodle. Pretty standard CT setup there, as we do see utilities there on Connor 93. Not opting for the armor, but, you know, at this stage, you know, with the new patch, not too much of an issue to worry about.
MC has a smooth for that?
MC has a smooth for everything. If you are not aware of who MC is, he is our obs. We also have Aussie Loser obsing with us. Great to have. We don't have to worry about, you know, missing any of that action in before I'm totally wrong and we miss a 5k from Rix here. But it looks like it's a pretty slow standard round coming out from the guys on Ghost. Cloud9 shouldn't have too much issue with this. We see the heavier stack as the rotates do come out from Skadoodle and Automatic. I think Automatic's going to make his way through CT to join his teammate Stewie onto that B bomb site. Bomb poised towards bottom mid. Dallas tries to clear Banana as he does make his way off. That's been completely given away as it is a bit more passive hold onto that B bomb site. So we'll see what they can do here. 3 players out and towards. Might be a bit of a fake here, actually.
So double fake. It's a double pump, so to speak. But Cloud9, they actually have been drawn off this and rush. Well, he might be able to hear Wardell or spot these players coming forward right now. He spotted 1, he spotted 2, knows where the bomb is. Wardell will be able to trade him out quite easily. This is actually well implemented from Ghost. There's clearly a lot of thought being given behind this, and it has worked because it's drawn multiple members off the A bomb site. Easy for them to now take it as Tarek will wide swing out. He's already down to 39, so that's never going to be favorable. And Automatic is tapping away will find Wardell's head. So, it's going to be 2 members with armor up against 3. There's no kit unless it's been lost in the side of Rush's Scar. And, oh, Dallas will dinked out Stewie. Stewie has not been able to find any damage, and Dallas is so low. Rix still on the site. Stewie will finally find the kill. Down to his 1 HP. He is a single bullet away from death. And Rix just holding the line right now. Connor's going to spot out 2, but Stewie still gets the kill towards Connor. They'll have enough time to defuse. Plenty enough as Tarek has retrieved the kit. So, a little bit of life in Ghost. I like that strat. It was pretty well executed, but Cloud9 just once again just too strong. I want to say it was well done from Ghost. It really was, but Cloud9 just too strong on the pistols.
Yeah, Stewie on, I wish I could play like that when I had 1 HP, just totally confident, taking the Angels regardless, not falling back. And there you have it, the round comes through. That kit dropped by Skadoodle, obviously paying that factor, making Tarek, leaving Tarek with enough time to get the defuse in, and there you have it, that pistol round going in the favor of Cloud9 here. P250 is a single smoke and flash onto Connor 93, so not too much invested. They did get the bomb plant. Buy will be coming up in the next round here, and we'll see if they can do some damage, maybe recover a couple of guns. Another bomb plant would be absolute dream, but you can't think Cloud9 with this buy will let that happen. Tarek might have an opportunity to face here if that the push does come through, but it looks like they will just be duck lining towards that boiler position, and maybe a split towards this A bomb site.
So Tarek is just holding it off angle in case Ghost Gaming is going to try and spray through the wall, but look at that. Stewie's already pushed behind. They know it's going to be towards Apps as soon as he gets taken down. Only UMP in the hands of Wardell, and Rush should make this a very quick cleanup. There you have it. The SMG is racking up most of the kills at the end. Automatic not even need. Oh, actually, Automatic picks up 1 of the M4. But Cloud9 actually playing passive right now. I was a little bit surprised, except for Stewie, obviously. Stewie loves playing aggressive.
Maybe when the guns are out and the economy is a bit better, you'll see those that nade stack down mid and just following through with a couple of really aggressive players. But let's see.
Let's see what they've got. As it's going to be Stewie on Automatic. Actually, triple nade stack coming out through Nida, but no one from Ghost is going to go and challenge it. They're wisely playing passively back. They're just letting all the CTs blow the utility and take control of Nida. They go, that's fine. We'll just make sure that we sit back and we'll just slowly take Apps control, take the second mid control, and then see if we can pincer off either side.
The boost and spray coming through for Automatic, but it's not going to find too much there as a lot of these players are towards that top mid, second mid position. All lonely Rick's just trying to hold off towards T-Stair, seeing if anyone forces their way through, as we do see Wardell is just also towards Mexico. Still 5-on-5 once again, the slow clinical play. So Ghost obviously have a couple of plays in their books here for this T side of Inferno. That first pistol round, nice little execute, as you said, Krath, but not really paying through as the individual aim and ability of these Cloud9 players coming up trumps in that initial round. Tarek just trying to spot something towards Boiler. Might get a dry peek here coming from Seb, but the timing falling off that position. So nothing done quite yet, and there's 40 seconds left.
The importance of this actually is why Tarek fell off was because they still have control of Nana and there's nothing going on. Tarek realizes there's a lot of danger in conceding that mid area. Most likely Ghost are going to go there. So 30 seconds left. They do have a little bit of jungle side control. Stewie's actually going to fall pushing Nada, and they're actually going to try and wrap around, which is a really good call on the fly from Ghost, because Automatic has to do a lot to hold this off, and all the members of Cloud9 are not in position. Automatic has to go absolutely huge right now. There's the first flashbang. Rix now knows where he is. He'll be able to hear all the members coming across, but he's got so much work to do right now against all these people who just want to take his head off. And there you have it. Good stuff coming out from Corner 93. That was a really good adaptation coming out from Ghost after the first pick. A little bit of over-aggression from Stewie meant that they paid the price, as Rix was just lurking towards T-Stairs.
Yeah, absolutely. Just that eyeball wrap coming through there, and Automatic had to find one, maybe two, to do something to stave off this attack, but it went down straight away to Connor. And now it's just going to be a save coming through for these guys. B-bomb site with 5 players up. Very difficult to retake, especially with the lack of utility there. So, nice round for Ghost to pick up that first gun round.
Yeah, on the back of just waiting. And it works out. Cloud9 might not be able to completely reinvest in the next round. Do have a bit of cash, though, as they've kept the SMGs up, but I'd still say they have to keep at least 1 or 2 SMGs in their full buy next round. Ghosts, still a little bit of utility left over. Keep all 5 alive. Their economy is looking in decent shape.
Might see a rush here if these SMGs are still going to be held in the hands.
They're going to drop. They can drop rifles. So, just depends on who's going to hold the SMGs. So, Stewie's has opted, I want the M4. Automatic. Do you have a selfless player, really, of Cloud9? If there was ever a selfless player, I'd say it would be Automatic or Shroud when he was still part of the C9 lineup.
So Molly just holding off that top 9 position as Dallas makes its way towards Apps. Bomb's still far back in second mid.
Sorry, I just want to say, I really enjoy how Ghosts are taking this map so far. They're taking control methodically, and they're really giving themselves a really good chance in taking more than probably 5 rounds on the T side, I would say, at this stage. They clearly know what they want to do in terms of control of their map. It's not just straggled out. Every single smoke and Molotov has a clear designation in mind in terms of what they want to sell, what information they want to give up, what control do they want to give up. They've conceded Nana control. They go, there's no point going Nana. We can always go late towards there after a pick from a push and whatnot. So there's the first couple of smoke grenades going forward. It's drawn out the early utility. They know Cloud9 don't have much. They have no more incendiary grenades left. They can just wait it out, then throw the smoke grenades and just execute on. There's actually only 1 smoke left on Ghost, though.
So the flash turret gets off that position there, but the protection from Rush, they're getting it through, but unfortunately they both go down. Skadoodle can't get anything done with that MP9 in hand, so now it's just down to Automatic. He's going to find a very low player there, drop him down. And Rix is also very low as well as Dallas makes his way towards B. If you find another one, this would be great work, but now it's just down to Stu in a 3-on-1 situation. Rix on 9, Waddell on 27 there. If he spots out one of these players, it's going to be very achievable. Still has the smoke in hand, but no kit. That will be the important factor here as he gets smoked out and the pre-fire coming through into that cubby position.
Yeah, that's just, once again, just Ghost executing together. It's very easy to kind of go, he's in that position pushing together, but they triple peaked it. They realized the danger of having 2 low members, and they let Dallas lead before it all swung upon him.
It's interesting to see what Stewie plays for here. Maybe he's aware of a kit that has been dropped in a position, but that bomb has been ticking far away, manages to take down one of the players, and now he's just going to smoke himself out and probably try to hightail it out of there, which he does. So once again, nice round from Ghost, and they look like they have a bit more depth on this T side than they did on Overpass.
To be fair, they didn't really have many rounds to play with in their own CT side, so another force bar coming out from Cloud9. Scar's finally got the AWP in his hands, and
so it's still very early days, but we spoke about this lack of respect maybe creating a bit of a hole here for Cloud9. Nonetheless, I think they can still probably be down.
Not giving too much respect, actually. They are giving a lot of respect to Ghost at the moment. They're not pushing in willy-nilly. They're actually just sitting back and playing these positions where they're expecting, I guess, Ghost to kind of execute in together, and Scar's just going to go in, just making sure that no one's going to come closer towards mid. Waddell is spotting the line. Scar's going to fall back. Otherwise, it's just, standard operating procedures for both sides. It's going to be early Nana control from Cloud9. Control conceded by Ghost Gaming before they decide to take Apps control as well as boiler control, and they're going to slowly roll in towards a bomb site. Actually, they're going to go Nana this time. There is going to be 2 members here. That's great entry coming out from Wardell. Automatic. M4 has been lost. They know another member is close, and they're just going to back out. They've got the numbers advantage. They don't need to do anything drastic.
Indeed, as Seb gets a great shot onto Skadoodle there, so that's the AWP down, but Rush once again delivering with that CZ head. Will get an AK there for his trouble, but he's tanked down to 12 health there. And Tarek, once again, the close angle finds one, might be able to find the second, but will go down nonetheless, but Rush finding the trade there. So now it's a 2-on-1 situation there. Cloud9 just really bringing this back from the death, especially after losing Stewie down towards that Nana position. And now, unfortunately, Rix is in a bit of spot of bother here if he does decide to go through that Archer's position. He might even be checking the right angle here. Automatic still hasn't been spotted there. And there you go. Nice peek from him to take him down. So Cloud9 recalibrate. They get the round away thanks to some nice play and aggression coming out of Rush. 3-2. Maybe that's just kind of like the warning signs. Like, hey, guys, these guys are, you know, these guys got something. Let's give them a bit more respect there and knuckle down.
Yeah, and Cloud9 got a little bit lucky as well, I'd say, on the individual plays. Were able to get multi-kills on the back of the CZs. And you'd actually, like, now thinking about it, Automatic as a B-site player is probably one of the best things that you can have. This combination of Stewie and Automatic and B-site is just scary. You've got just the raw dueling potential of Stewie who wants to take the fight to his opponents. And you've got the cerebral player in terms of Automatic. I'm not saying he doesn't have aim, but he knows exactly when to rotate, exactly which angles to sit. And that round was just perfect. Rix, he thought he had a clear opportunity, but Automatic was just ready and waiting to shoot him in the side.
Yeah.
How many times do you see that from Automatic happening as Cloud9 once again have stacked 3 members towards the Diggity side, and now Ghost. They've gained control of Nana. How are they going to execute upon this next story?
Yeah, it looks like they are committing all 5 towards this position, not giving anything away now, Stewie, and he manages to open up onto Seb there. Does get traded out by Dallas. Now, Automatic's just going to push the smoke here with the knife out, so that might have been a bit of a questionable play there, backing himself to find a couple of frags. Rix will just turn his head and look down Nana there and finds a nice frag onto Scooter. I'm not too sure if he's going to expect the likes of Tarek to be there, but he would just be holding this cab position, so probably a save once again.
Praising for Cerebral is just like, yeah, I'm just going to try and do a flash play like Stewie would, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, it gets taken.
I've seen Stewie do this before. How come he makes it work and I can't?
Yeah, it's questionable there as his players are on the rotate, but nonetheless, you know, I think you're allowed to try that once. It gets shut down like that. I just want to see it again. Yeah.
And I think it's also the change in momentum from Ghost. They decided to go Nana this time, just walk all up. I think Cloud9 were kind of, you know, expecting that slow, kind of methodical default play, but Ghost just went, nah, we're going towards a B side, 100%. And Cloud9 might just instantly force back up into this. They don't have much cash, but just judging by their past tendencies, they love dropping, they love forcing into it.
Yeah, I believe they only had that, they obviously did hold on to those SMGs coming into that buy round coming from Ghost, but I don't think they've really seen them apart from that one round where Sky did have the AWP that they've had a proper solid buy, and that might be coming into it a little bit, but you'd hate them to kind of let this get away from them. At this stage, you don't put it past Cloud9 to just bring it back, but Ghost looking very good on the T side.
That was an awesome grenade coming out from the Nana players. A lot of damage done early on. It's going to make their job of holding Nana just a little bit easier. And look at that, just letting Timothy, Automatic just lead with the AK-47. He's already, no, it's actually Tarek with the AK. I thought Automatic was there with the AK, but it looks like he's actually gone to play the A site this time.
Just trying to get a bit of information, not giving it up too easily, but it looks like they will fall back, just making sure Rush isn't imminent once again. And then we relapse back into this slow winding play that has been somewhat successful for the guys of Ghost Gaming. Rush just trying to angle a nade, won't find too much there. As like you said, those nades coming down Nana did do quite a bit of damage there. We see Rix on less than half and a little bit of 1B potential now for that M4 as Tarek holds his cubby position. It looks like they are shaping the bomb up towards that mid area, but still a bit of time left.
Yeah, Ghosts have all the time to work in the world. They can just probably throw 2 or 3 smokes. They still have 3 left. You know, you just throw 1 smoke, throw a few flashbangs. But the problem is right now, they don't have top mid control. And as soon as Tarek peeks out and finds this information out, they'll start rotating back towards B side. And Stewie, you can see, he's just gonna put himself in a 1-and-done position, just try to stall a little bit further. He's got a flashbang to use, so there's a flashbang. Won't catch any members out, but we'll catch Connor. The Molotov is good, but Tarek, when is he gonna swing? The Molotov has not spread that far, and Tarek, they're completely blind! Tarek is going to take all 4 of them down! Huge flashbang coming out from Cloud9. And that is a sick information play that leads into that. And Tarek, you can call him many things, but that was just dirty. It was disgusting.
That was amazing.
I just want a replay of that. Where's the replay?
Just pivoting away, I'm pretty sure there was a person on each one of his angles there. Look
at this. See, there's a flashbang coming forward. They're just all blind. Look at them. No idea what's going on.
And just the class to kind of recalibrate and get that last frag there. Well done, Tarek.
But still a live game for both sides. I mean, Cloud9 so far. Struggled in the early game, and this is once again another change in tempo coming out from Ghost. They've taken very fast diggity control. Tarek is a little bit isolated right now. He will be found out quite easily by Dallas, who was aware what was going on as Scar. Only has a UMP to kind of deal it out, and that's not enough. Automatics rotated early, but too many angles to kind of peek. You can find one more. If you can find Connor, that would be absolutely dirty. And in the end, he'll finally be taken out by Rix before Stewie trades.
That finds Dallas. Oh, which it doesn't, unfortunately, there. It's just down to Stewie now. Just loses his last flash once again. There's an opportunity here, knowing how low Dallas is, but I did see Seb take a peek there on like 9 HP, which may have been a bit cheap way to give away his life, but here, someone's situation, very workable for a player of Stewie's caliber. Dallas just holding that side with a low HP, and I believe he has spotted Connor now, so it's just a matter of finding the on-site player. He does find, no he doesn't. Connor takes him down and shuts that down straight away, so 4-4 once again, and that change of pace just catching him out, as you saw with Tarek just holding that balcony position, just getting taken out straight away by Dallas.
Once again, so it just shows that Ghost, they do have the ideas and they're implementing it, which is something I always want to see. Like, I don't mind a team losing in a particular manner, right? But it's the way that you lose sometimes. And so far, like, they're winning in convincing manners on these rounds. And then sometimes you can see they're stranded without really an idea. They've lost the control of the map. And then Cloud9, if you give them just a little bit of information, they know exactly how to respond. The plays that have worked is where Ghost Gaming concedes zero information whatsoever. Any single time that Cloud9 doesn't know what's happening, they've lost. Every single time they do know what's happening, Ghost have lost. I know it sounds really simplistic, but, no, but it's actually really difficult to get the peak timings through. Like, both teams make it look so easy right now to try to get control of the map, but it's challenging. It really is. There's now Automatic. He's got a lot of work to do with the Deagle. They've just decided to go for the pistols right now for Cloud9. It's going to stop the force buy spree for the first time in a very long time because they know they can buy in the next round.
Just giving them a bit of breathing space here, so it should be a nice opportunity for Ghost to get to that 5th round. As I do see a couple of players committed high up towards that 9 position. Bomb's still at the bottom of mid, so just seeing if the picks come through, see if there's a couple of easy picks to make off and then commit to a site there, which they have done so well with the mid-round calls as the commitment does come through. Nice little flash there. Unfortunately, still not able to find it too much in the likes of damage or frags as the bomb does make its way towards second mid. So it might be shaping up for a bit of an A split here, and it's just down to Rush with that CZ. We saw him actually help clutch out a round before with that gun, but at this stage, it doesn't look grim as a heavy stack of the Cloud9 players. 4 of them, as a matter of fact, have committed to that B-bomb site.
Yeah, the Ghosts have just wrapped around together, made sure they have the numbers. And what can Rush do in this situation? They're eventually going to clear out the lines. Wardell comes in with his buddy. And Cloud9, they might as well just go for kills right now. They don't have much in terms of the economy to try to save. I guess they're just waiting to see if any of Ghosts will go aggressive on the hunt, but they're not going to. There's no need to with the AK-47s right now. Just want to lock down lines, allow them to just come into their crosshairs. They know they either have to come from mid or they have to come from jungle and Rix. I don't really like what Rix is doing. Finally, he decides to back out. 5-4, Ghost in the lead.
So this will be, this next round here, a nice buy-up for Cloud9. First time we have seen it in a little while. Potentially even that all back onto Skadoodle and see if they can just kind of recalibrate and play that Cloud9 game that we did see on the previous map here. It will be a glass cannon if it is the fact, but maybe Skadoodle just opts. Yep, he does, unless someone else has dropped him. Yep, so it's a 5 rifle stack, Stewie 2K with just that FAMAS in hand. Utilities on Rush still a little bit lacking, but to have armor across all players, and what may actually come into play here on that retake will be the lack of a kit on any of these guys, but we'll soon see, maybe just backing themselves to lock down these sites here. Stewie once again favouring that nana position, playing aggressively a bit far forward here. He does have the assistance of his teammate in Automatic, but they haven't had the most success, considering Stewie has been the first to fall in a couple of these rounds.
Yeah, imagine if someone just slowly pushed through the smoke. They'd just catch both of them off guard at the moment. So there are the counter flashbangs. Stewie still wants to get aggressive, and he's got... he can't use his utility at the moment, and there it is. There's a slaughter. Perfectly timed incendiary grenade from Automatic, and Stewie decides to kind of ruin the good work that Automatic has done. Because he's lost 3 grenades and has been dropped down in Automatic. What can he do in this situation? Seb is slowly going to be clearing the line. There's a flashbang, and Automatic can't land the headshot. Tarek is rotated across, but he's got 2 flashbangs and no backup. Decides not to go for it.
Yeah, so there's a couple of takedown plays here. If Tarek can find the 1 or the 2, he will just shut this round out. But if he is to 4, this might be a very difficult retake. Look how far those players are. The rotate's coming in information. Obviously coming out from Tarek. And it's just biding his time here. There is still a molly in hand, so Mikey Molly actually takes down one of the players. Looks to find the next Ricks will get the better of that duel. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation there. Once again, Dallas still very low, but this is where it comes into play here. They don't have that much time to work with, as there wasn't a kit purchased by any one of these Cloud9 players.
Yeah, they've messed up their smoke, though, which is going to be a contributing factor. Scar knows exactly where his opponent is, and he just takes down both of them. So, like, a kit doesn't really matter. They still managed to hold on towards Nana off the great early round aggression with Stewie automatic, get one apiece, and that's all they needed on the 2-on-2. They got the information, Ghost Gaming decided to commit, and that's pretty much all was written afterwards. Scores tied once again, but Ghost Gaming should be able to buy straight up into it, and that's still going to test Cloud9's economy. It's not in the best shape. They're not going to still get the AWP. They have to drop for their buddies. They're not going to get the full set of utility.
This is a nice little play up here. They're getting a frag of Priest, but still just overextending himself. It's a 5-on-3 situation there. It is your round to lose from that point on. Just gives his life away very cheaply.
Because in my mind, right, Stewie, yeah, sure, he was like close and everything, but he still had grenades to work with.
Yeah.
He could still back out. I mean, but that's how Stewie wins the aim deals as well. He's probably going, they're not expecting me to, you know, kind of go, oh, this is a sick grenade. They have to duck out into it, but look at that. Connor's already on 17 HP and Seb's on 63.
Indeed, as the Molly is just getting prepped there just to hold off any stave towards that, but they have retreated towards the bottom with Nana. Fortunately, no nades left for a very low Connor, as they are just trying to work this Nana control here. They're still doing an automatic 1-2 punch just towards the top of Nana. It's been on and off, but it looks like they have kind of found some form heading to that last round. And once again, the slow, methodical play coming out from the guys on Ghost Gaming. It's good to see here. It's always to leave a team of Cloud9's caliber, to leave them guessing more often than not and claw at this 5-all scoreline. Very good effort.
Legitimately, how Ghosts need to play the next round, right? Regardless of how they win or lose this, is that they need to make contact plays now. Because what's happening at the moment is Cloud9 are reading this and just going, they're just going in together. Like, you know, they're just executing and going in together. It's not going to work every single time, because you can see how now Cloud9 have reacted. They're just waiting for the executes. They can just turn their back. Ricks is going to make his way on towards the bomb side. Scar won't be able to find the shots, but Automatic's going to push through and find them. Now Connor was able to find one pick early on lurking towards top mid, but the bomb's been lost. He's just going to save it. 17 HP. That's what I mean. Ghost Gaming, they start becoming a little bit too predictable towards the end, right? Because it's how it goes. When you take Nana, you have to throw the smokes, you have to throw the flashbangs. What happens if you just slowly walk past these smokes? They can get a very easy kill towards Cloud9. They have to realize this adaptation and just make the contact play either off the back of an AWP. They don't have the money necessarily to do it this round, but it'll be a good way to change it up towards the end game.
Absolutely the case, as we do see Cloud9 finally having some balance in their economy, but losing around this stage will make them lose that max round. Not max round, but round loss bonus, and they will be struggling with that economy, so we'll see if they can, at the worst, keep some players alive if this round is to go the other way. But Ghost Gaming just really lacking here. A couple of Deagles in the CZs. Kadoodle going for that early pick towards mid, but won't find too much early on. To see the aggression coming up towards second mid here. So I like the call as Stewie's just, once again, you know, just doing Stewie things. Hey, throw an eco, I can win this duel no matter who faces me, which he does. Much to his credit, Connor going down, making this all the more harder for Ghost.
Yeah, and this is now up to the A side guys to hold it. You've got Automatic, you've got Stewie holding down Nana. You don't have to worry about lack of control. You just have to focus on not conceding the easy positions. You see Scar, I mean, what line is he watching at the moment? Is he jumped up on something? Because he looks like he's slightly elevated. No, okay, he's on the ground. Just looks slightly elevated from a normal holding position. Tarek makes contact.
Yeah, gets a little bit of info, gets tagged down actually to 53, which probably wasn't the best result, but nonetheless, it looks like it is shaping up to be that A hit there. Just over 50 seconds left. Molly goes out. He does spot a player though, so could have been caught with his pants down there, but manages to get away, and Automatic just making the frags. Tarek still yet to spot that player, and unfortunately Rush pays his life for it, but Tarek eventually does get the trade through. Picks up the Deagle, so 4 up once again, which is going to be great for the economy of Cloud9 heading into the latter parts of this first half. And is that all she wrote? So you want to see that kind of change up in the play from Ghost, where they just get a bit aggressive through those smokes. But at this stage, if they keep to the same game plan, it's like Cloud9 have their number now.
Absolutely. And it was such a promising start for Ghost. Like, they were able to do so well. They were up in the lead for one moment on the T side. You know, they had control of the economical status, but now Automatic just going aggressive, and Rush is there backing it up. This is a little bit of the no respects kind of things that I expected from Cloud9 initially on. Just took a lot of rounds to develop it, and they realized that Ghost, you know, their economy is not in the best situation, and Rush, very easy cleanup from there on in, as now Cloud9 at the very least won the half by minimal margin. Whether or not they can make it a 10-5 half is a different story, as now Ghost, this is pretty much their last chance to make a dent in their half. If they're able to take this, sure, they can make it, maybe bring it to the 7-8 half, but if they lose this, they're going to have nothing to work with in the final round.
Yeah, I mean, I expect if they're going to go for that slow, methodical play, someone's got to take that risky peek, get that information, maybe even get that frag. But other than that, I think they might just go for a bit of a speedy play here, if that is the only option that they do have, which we have seen work quite often. Is Rick's trying to make his way up. Nana gets a nice little spray, but manages to get tagged down to 60. So getting staved off by that molly as that bomb heads to, has just dropped to second mid, actually. And once again, it looks like they're just going to go slow and steady. But the indicators here have been read by Cloud9. They're just going to force that rotate super early, depending on how these nades fly out, which means should be some standard stuff for Cloud9. We'll see if Ghost can bring something different to the table.
The real question is who is going to come out of apps, because if Ghost Gaming decide to just execute out of mid as well as boiler, barring a failure of aim, this should be an absolute slaughter in the favor of Cloud9. Okay, so they're going to try and take this Nana control. Stewie misses the shot, and Rix will punish him for it. Nana control's been lost. Automatic has to kind of book it really, really quickly towards there. And Wardell's already fast in, and Automatic's going to be caught off guard. That's exactly sometimes what you need to do. Don't throw a bunch of smoke grenades. Just go in with the numbers. You've got the aim. You've got the people who are willing and ready to trade you out. And look at that. Rix going huge right now. 2 kills already for him. Wardell picked up Automatic earlier on, and now Cloud9 just looking to save these 2 M4s with Dallas just lurking in balcony.
Yeah, he could be the danger player here for the guys on Cloud9, just trying to save onto these rifles. But it looks like Stewie has been the catalyst a lot of the time, just falling at that Nana position for Ghost to take these sites. And I think more often than not, they have been successful with the round. I mean, I know that's the way Stewie likes to play, but maybe it's just time to get a little bit more passive, because he has been the key in that Nana position, especially when it's just the one out holding Nana. He's got the information, but especially when he goes down like that without even getting a frag on, it just makes it very difficult for his teammates, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Cloud9 can't even take the rifles forward to the next one. Good hunting from Ghost Gaming to at least try to bring it towards the 7-8 half. Cloud9 still have enough money to probably force buy up, but you won't see the best out of all of it. And that's Wardell spraying through the smoke. Nothing Automatic could do at that particular point. Ghost Gaming realized that there was no one else left towards B site. They just went, let's go, go, go. They did not falter. And the final round, a double AWP coming out, this time in the hands of Automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get this cheeky speak, but I do believe that Wardell is watching that exact same line. We'll see what happens there. As Skadoodle is actually naded and mollied down to 42 HP. Does look like Automatic is going to hold that top mid position.
Double stack as well in apps. So Cloud9 left it to the last moment to kind of change things up, and Stewie's going to flash once. Molotov's going to force Rix off the position. Now they are coming towards apps. Dallas, will he check the line? No, he will not. Rush is ready and able to get the 2 kills. Tarek was there as a sacrificial lamb, but the 2-for-1 trade, favorable for Cloud9, and now Connor93 is also coming forward. Rush, he wanted more, he wanted to re-engage, now Skadoodle, he doesn't miss many AWP shots, and there you have it once again, Automatic just holding the line, holding the nerve. So Cloud9 will be able to make it at least a Cloud9 6 half.
Oh no.
Barring Wardell going huge.
Yeah, barring him going huge. I hope he does go huge, which would make your pun redundant. Nonetheless, it's a big ask from him. He still has all utilities left in hand, but the players are already present here in Stewie and Skadoodle. The rotation coming through from Automatic, so this is going to be absolutely one cracker of a 4K from him if he manages to get anything done here. And it's just winding down the clock, which is just giving more time for the setup coming through. Automatic just getting some information there. Stewie just getting aggressive once again. Wardell needed to land that shot to have a chance, but Skadoodle gets the bait, and eventually we'll get that that number that you so eloquently put is related to one of the teams that are taking part today.
Makes sense. Works out.
Does it,
yeah, it does.
Doesn't make sense.
Everything has fallen directly into my plans. Not really.
Sound like you're going to dominate the world or something, but 6-9 in favor of Cloud9. You know, some promising signs, but once again, at the end there, they did grind out that penultimate round, but Cloud9 just had the number towards the end there, didn't they?
Absolutely, but I think the rounds that they did win were really, really well thought out. It's just, I think it's just, once again, lack of experience, but I like seeing at the very least new ideas being implemented. Even old ideas, they're going in together. The rounds that they didn't have map control, they lost. A lot of the rounds they were able to take map control, but eventually Cloud9 realized what was happening, and after that, there's only so much that you could vary before you're going to be caught off guard.
Yeah, and also there's a couple of times that Stewie just was a bit forward in that banana position, just solo locking down that B bomb site. I mean, I guess normally if he's having an on day, he gets those peaks or at least gets the 1-for-1 that makes it a little bit harder, but he was just kind of falling, one out, leaving a 5-man rush coming up. No, and that makes it very hard for Automatic or sometimes Tarek to hold it down. Nonetheless, they do get away with that half.
All right, let's see how Ghost Gaming will do. We'll be back with the final half of matchday number 10 just after a short break. Hello everyone, welcome back towards halfway point between Cloud9 as well as Ghost Gaming for the last match of match day number 10 for the EPL, and so far, much better game coming out from Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you consider it just not even from Overpass, but from the last time these two teams met on this map, it was 16-2. So they've already scourged together 6 rounds. We'll see how the pistol falls, if they can get a couple more and then build up on that. But their T-side are quite impressive, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to take control of the map quite well in the rounds where they were unable to. Cloud9 did kind of run over them, and it was just... I think it was a solid half of Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
necessarily anything like particularly impressive in terms of, wow, this was absolutely amazing, my mind is completely blown. But I was like, you know what, if I just tuned in and I just saw a couple of these games, I wouldn't be too disappointed about the quality.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Overpass, or just kind of like, this is just watching a slaughterfest, that's not fun. Like, Stomps are not necessarily fun to watch sometimes because it's just like one team just completely hammering the other and just kind of like, this is really painful to watch. That was what Overpass was. But this time around, it's kind of like, it's been a tit for tat, really. Cloud9 did come up better at the end, but it was a scrap fight. It was an enjoyable scrap fight, and yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have to see what Ghost have on offer here on the CT side. But something in my loins makes me feel like maybe Cloud9 might be a bit too sharp and dynamic on their T side, but we'll see what happens.
Your loins?
I'm just trying to use different phrases, different words. I'm testing it out. Obviously, that one will never, ever come back out again, ever.
I think you need to expand your vernacular, bro. I don't know. Why do I end that sentence with bro? It's just like
yeah, no,
one of the more difficult...
Use more sophisticated superlatives, bruh. Okay, thanks, mate. Here we go. Wardell trying to find a frag there. The trade's coming through now. It's a 4-on-4 situation. They do make their way. Connor just holding towards, finds nice frags onto Automatic and Rush. Does get spotted out though, so that's a 3-on-2 bomb. Still yet to be planted, as there are a couple of players just kind of holding towards that construction position. There's Stewie 2K, they line up for him, but only manages to find one, gets traded out by Dallas, so now it is all down to Skadoodle with that Glock in hand. He has been spotted, and now he has been killed there, so nice pistol opening for the guys on Ghost Gaming.
It's going to make sure that... What is Dallas doing? What are you doing, Rix? What is Dallas trying to find? Is he trying to find the kit? Yeah, there we are, so... $700 retrieved and saved. Doesn't sound like much, but that's a deagle.
Oh, indeed it is.
Doesn't sound like much, but you could probably buy a beagle with that money as well.
Dogs are pretty expensive nowadays.
I don't know if you could probably get a beagle.
Like dodgy.
No,
Asian
not dodgy.
market
No. I'm a very legitimate person. You have to understand.
Oh yeah, because legitimate people always say that, right?
Say what? You can buy a beagle for 700.
I'm a really legitimate person. Said no legitimate person ever.
But you sound dodgy while saying that. See?
Oh, yeah.
See, if you came up to my door and just went, look, I'm going to sell you some apple crumble today. I'm not sure what to make of it.
Please, Cloud9, close out this game, or even Ghost, just anyone, close out this game so I can leave this cast desk and cry in my sleep. So, Tarek,
you mean cry after the deliciousness? You really set that one up for yourself.
I did. I walked into that one, but no context here for the viewers, which is the best part. Just you ragging on me about some stuff that happened a while ago. Nonetheless, we see the 5P2, the 4P2 fitties and the single deagle on Stewie 2K. Stewie just a little bit quieter there when in that first half trying to lock down that 9-up position. Went down a couple of times. We'll see if we can change the momentum, change the pace, see if we can open up onto the player into pit. Dallas just spraying him through there. Not too much damage done to either party. And pretty slow start here for the guys on Cloud9 that are just in that forced pistol buy-up.
They've still got a lot of time to work, and look at the territory they've gained. They've actually made their way in towards the CT position, and Connor realizes the danger, has the MP9 in hand, but there is a lot of T's right now towards that position. They're sneaking towards Library. Oh, Connor 93 spotted them out. They're going to swarm in, but Connor 93 does well to get two before being traded out. And now Wardell on the push. They need to be careful because Tarek's coming in from behind, but he can't get the kill. So it's up to Seb to really hold this off. Should be able to. There's only two unarmored T's coming his direction unless Stewie gets the headshot, and
which he totally
does.
So the bomb will go down here. So a nice little round here. Nonetheless, whatever happens at this stage is going to be pretty much considered a bonus here, as they might get into some nice post-plant positions. If Stu can find another one, bring it down to a 2-on-2. Looks like all of these players will actually go through the construction area, automatic closing the distance. That P250 needs to find a frag or two, but will get taken down straight away by Wardell. And Stu just kind of watching that line, making sure no one comes from CT. He has to find one here. Actually whiffs a couple of shots there. Not the easiest of positions for him to play with that deagle in hand. But defuse comes out, and still not a bad round here from Cloud9.
Yeah, Ghost just coming in together. Good strategy being implemented towards the end. They realize that, okay, let's not try to take it 1-1-1, give them aim deals. Let's just go in and mass. They're unarmored. They've got pistols. They don't have rifles to work with. We should be able to overswarm them. So even though Cloud9, they have a lot of money to work with after 2 bomb plants, Ghost game at the very least put a good foundation to kind of build more CT rounds coming forward.
Yeah, Connor did well there to take 2 players down with him there. Could have been a bit more speculative of a round if he hadn't. But now the guns do come out. No AWP onto Skadoodle as of yet, but the 5 AKs coming through. So we'll see if Ghost can continue this good form they've had following that pistol round. Wardell just trying to take a sneaky peek. He might find automatic, but actually misses a shot onto Skadoodle, I believe that was.
Yeah, I think it was either Skadoodle or Stewie. Started with an S for certain, but we couldn't be content about the ending, as Cloud9 just making sure they take the map control off the CT side. Dallas is still challenging this quad area, but he might back out soon, coming probably about the minute mark. Connor's still there supporting.
So Stewie, once again, just trying to clear out this top 9 position, doing the exact reverse of what he did in the previous round. See if he can find anything, but pretty passive positions held by Seb and Wardell with that AWP, so we'll see if they can make it work. Just going for that angle there. Just under a minute left on the clock, and the bomb's still towards T-step, so still can't commit to any site. Just trying to get the information, waiting for one of these Ghost players to slip up. Tarek just takes a spray through towards that archer position, but no one is there as there are 2 players playing on that site. Rick's holding from the pit position, so they're just really backing themselves to lock down these sites as there's 30 seconds left. Bomb has to commit to one or the other, and it looks like it'd be making its way towards that B bomb site.
They just left Tarek off to kind of be that lurk player, just to try to hold things off. Only a single smoke and flashbang to utilize, so this smoke is probably most likely going to go towards the CT, and the flash going to go high into the skybox. No, they're just going to dry peek it, and it does manage to push Wardell off, and Seb's got a lot of work to do. Can't find the second kill. Great damage being done, though. Molotov on towards connector, towards construction, means that Wardell goes 1-for-1 at best, and Tarek, he's managed to lurk his way towards TT, but can't do any better. Connor 93, just a little bit too good. Now down towards a 2-and-3, and automatic has to find this pick on towards Dallas. There you have it. Very easy stuff, because Dallas did not have the head armor to make it work. 2-on-2.
Yeah, and the information gathered from Skadoodle there, so no, it's just about playing this post-plant situation. Nice little crossfire setup. Skadoodle might get that shot onto Rix if he just extends himself a bit too far there. And might actually get Connor coming across in the first. Automatic needs to get that second frag, but Skadoodle just locking down that site. So nice round for Cloud9. They're losing all players, but Skadoodle just carrying it through for them. So it was a good opportunity there. It was thrown to a situation at one stage for the guys on Ghost, but automatic picking up that first frag down Nana, and now Skadoodle cleaning up. Economy in an interesting situation here for the guys on Ghost.
It was just so close to being a collat. I thought that it was about to take off Rix's head, but it probably missed by just a couple of pixels.
That would have been absolutely just gross, right?
Well, that's the most efficient way to win. 1 bullet, 2 kills. Why not?
indeed. As you see, the CZs coming out of Flash and the P250s onto Connor, and Dallas is just holding this top mid position. See if we can find anything with this CZ. The fire coming through, he tags down 2, and the TK coming through from Automatic, so Tarek might have a couple of words to say about that. Nonetheless, this AK will be retrievable for Wardell, but they're watching it. They know that someone must be hungry for it. And the queue's there, so now it's just going to be a matter of if Wardell can get a kill before he gets taken down to either Automatic or Rush. Rush might be a bit too keen onto this. Actually gets taken down, and the trade has to come through. But Wardell doing great work with the CZ. Eventually gets taken down by the Glyph Stewie, and now it's 2-on-3. But none of these CTs have picked up any of these dropped weapons as of yet because they're a little bit too far away. So we'll see if Stewie and Sugudu can clutch this out.
It's already great damage starting off from Ghost Gaming. Just playing aggressive towards the top slope. No flashbangs to allow Cloud9 to really just come in. And they just get penalized in probably the hardest way possible. You lose 3 members, you've dropped a few guns. Even if you do win this, you got to buy them back up. But now it's also put Ghost Gaming in a really, really good position to take this round. A round that they probably shouldn't have won on the basis of very minimal investment. Cloud9 really just giving a huge lifesaver towards Ghost Gaming. And I don't mean those delicious, chewable lifesavers.
I don't have a lifesaver in so long. Like, I was like, what are you talking about?
Is it a big Australian thing, or is now?
I think they're everywhere lifesavers, but here we go. They go onto the side here. These frags matter so much. Connor 9-3 really losing that P250. Still TK gets one, but the trade coming through Ricks, and there you have it. The Force round coming up with those CZs. A couple of one-out plays and brilliance there. Really just throwing this back in the opportunity of Ghost Gaming. Here, look.
That's unfortunate,
yeah,
right? But then afterwards, they're still contesting towards top mid, and then Wardell somehow gets 2. I mean, Automatic was low, but they're just going in 1 by 1. By the time the trade's done, it's too late. The damage has already been completed, and now Cloud9 just have to force up and try to do as much damage as they can. Ghost Gaming just fall very, very far back in towards the B bomb site. Boosted up, Seb.
Yeah, it could be a very crafty position as they have definitely got control of Nana at this stage, but they do have a lacking firepower. They've got smokes and flashes so they can cordon off a couple of these angles and see if they can get the frags. It's all about whether Seb can utilize that position if he has still stayed on it. Connor towards his coffin area. He's just going to go for the spray down here, and Seb, there you go. There's the angle, finding 1, finding 2. Does get eventually taken down, but the trade's coming in, so not too much achieved there. Seb with the 3K does go down, but very effectively goes down nonetheless.
And look at that, scores tied once again, 10 apiece. And Cloud9 have to go on the eco, so Ghost now building up a little bit of money in the bank account as well, as Seb has been given off an M4. Seb could have... Well, he did get 3 and Connor cleaned up with 2, but you just had a feeling he could have potentially gotten more. Yeah, that's all right.
Very close to that 4th. Did a
Look, hypothetically, he should have killed all 5 with 5 bullets, right? I'm being a little bit too harsh there.
No,
he did well in his position, getting off 3 before he was traded out. It's held his nerve, just held down the mouse 1 button, and just calibrated his spray, and it worked out pretty well.
Absolutely, as we do see that pistol buy coming once again. Nothing invested at this stage, no utilities whatsoever. Scooter is the bomb carrier there. Looks like it will be going maybe potentially for that complete wraparound there, but Water's just going to cut that off at that choke point. Just finding 1.2. Needs to fall back because he's very low. 1 bullet away. Tarek manages to land that 1 bullet and finds a second as well, so recovers the AK. It's a 2-on-3 situation. Dallas watching the angle. I thought Tarek might have had a chance there with the biggest advantage, but now he will fall back. It is just down to Automatic against 3, and he gets spotted out by Connor, so taken down. So not too bad around, and it is also important to do as much economic damage as they can to the CT side.
Absolutely. You don't want to be letting Ghost Gaming get a lead in their own CT half. Word salad just coming out there from me for a bit. I think it's time for the second coffee.
You're only on 1?
Yeah,
what about 17?
I think it's 17.
Oh, I've got an addiction. To caffeine as well, but other things. Anyway, moving so eloquently forward there. The molly raining out Wardell. It does fall short of that position, so he can hold his ground and eventually does get a little bit of damage trying to get out of that position, but doesn't find it too much there as the bomb makes its way towards second mid. And Rush, he has gotten a little bit quiet there in the second half. We'll see if he can deliver what we know he's capable of doing.
As Cloud9 have gotten more quiet, Ghost Gaming, they're sensing that they can get this victory right now. If they do, it'll be a massive upset. All they just got to do is hold their nerve, hold their positions. good incendiary grenade, just pushing back Tarek. Rix is going to hear a little bit of it. It looks like Cloud9 are committed towards this A site take, so Seb's going to be rotating through city spawn. There's the slow jungle peek. Flashbangs now raining in. Tarek's going to be jumping straight into pit. Rix, he's just smoked off. Estua's going to get the opening kill with the Galil of all weapons. Rush still stuck within apps as now. That's a beautifully timed smoke grenade to nullify the Molotov. Skadoodle coming in. Connor93 makes first contact, but Dallas, he's playing bait and switch. Automatic's going to get the second one. Dallas can't make anything more work, and that is much better stuff coming out from Cloud9. Utilizing the numbers, utilizing the smoke positioning so well. Now it's up to Wardell to see if he can find the headshot on towards Automatic, who still hasn't got the bomb plant down yet. Yeah,
so a nice little grenade there. Does 70 damage to him. He's got plenty of utility. He's got the armor. He's got the kit in hand. He needs to find one of these, though, but trying to get onto this bomb site with that AWP. They're going to be more than weary that he's the AWP player. He's actually holding one. Automatic suffering a couple of shots there, luckily being whiffed. So if they don't give anything away, it's going to be a very difficult round for Wardell to take back.
I think Wardell might just save.
Yeah.
Cloud9 are not going to be hunting the situation, and Wardell was hoping that someone would push in towards him. There wasn't anything. So Cloud9 able to do some damage towards Ghost Gaming's economy. If this AWP is taken forth, though, they can still force straight back into it. Yeah,
Wardell should be able to drop, and I believe the other player will be close, or if not over 4K. We'll be lacking in utility, obviously, maybe a couple of SMGs coming out, or a FAMAS, but it'll be interesting to see how they decide to go about this, right?
Should be able to buy up M4s at the very least. You see maybe a missing incendiary grenade at some players, but that's definitely enough to buy up, especially given that Wardell can drop an M4 towards Connor, who's the poorest player. He will be able to have a full set of utility, or towards Dallas, either one. And then one of them might have to go for a FAMAS.
Nope.
No, they can actually get one force. Okay, so Dallas has just opted to go for less utility as opposed towards less firepower.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. There's no head armor. There's a Galil on play in Skadoodle, but I don't think that'll be too much to concern about. And then the single kit onto Wardell, who is that anchoring player with that AWP. Looks like Stewie. He's just going towards this Nana position. He must really love bananas, that guy, because he just really wants to just lock down that area.
Well, the faster you take the position, it makes it harder for Ghost Gaming to get any informational plays. That's why you saw Cloud9. They really wanted to contest Nana early on. Because if you're watching down Nana, even if you do die, it still takes time for the T side to get onto the bomb site. You can play rotations accordingly. But if you're stuck in B site, all Cloud9, like, what do you do for informational plays? You have to sit close, use a flashbang, kind of make a chance play. Either you have to walk out, and you're very liable for a lurker to just take your head off, or you have no control of Nana, which is what Ghost Gaming have at this stage. They have no control of Nana. They have to sit passive everywhere. They're playing reactive. And it's just, they have to play hopeful they can get the trades. There's no informational play happening at the moment from Ghost, which is the big difference. Top mid's been conceded. Nana's been conceded.
Do you think that's the way to play it against a team with such sharp aimers as Cloud9?
No, they need to play with more confidence. You need to start pushing in with, flashbang peaks. Incendiary pops off. You suspect that there's going to be one towards... You suspect that there's going to be multiple towards top mid, but you don't know how many at this stage. You've lost control of your jungle. It's just literally you're boxed in like, I don't know, like rats in a trap. This is what it feels like at the moment. And Dallas does well to go at least 1 for 1. But now finally Nana push starts happening. But Automatics just jumps up and just takes down Wardell's head. And Rick's just dancing around in Apps. Oh, he's going to find Rush at the back of the head. At the very least, he's got Apps control, but that's about it. Because it's a 3-on-3 with a bomb planted on the A side.
The case indeed. They do get themselves into the post-plant position, though, but nonetheless, there is no utility to work with here for the guys on Cloud9. It's just going to have to come down to the ability to win these aim duels. Rix rains out the molly there. Nothing too much garnered from that information. Tarek makes a nice frag into towards the pit. Finds a second as well, so that's going to be all she wrote. Rix just retreating with that AK-47. So, like you said, they ended up getting boxed in. Trades coming through. I thought they did well there. I think it was Seb that found one, and then... No, it wasn't. It was it Rix? Nonetheless, they found one. I thought they were going to get those trades off, but eventually the numbers falling 1 for 1, and Cloud9 ever so edging that entry, and yeah, they couldn't really do anything. They were boxed in like rats, as you said.
There's nothing you can do in this situation. Is that even if Cloud9 decided, all right, let's go through CT, what do you do in that extent? You don't have any way. You don't even know where the T's are at this particular point in time.
Yeah, they're giving away way too much map control for free there, and let's see if they adapt accordingly, as we did see Cloud9 do in their version of the CT half. Only the single AK save from previous round, a couple of CZs, but they did win one of these rounds, and now they have been bolstered with that help of the Rix AK. We'll see if they can make it work, because they do try to get Nana control a bit earlier. Only down to Rix. So he's the one rifle player trying to hold down this B bomb site, but it looks like he'll be playing a more passive position heading towards Ruins there.
Doesn't really need to do much at this stage. Just hold off the position. If you go 1 for 1, that'll be pretty sick. The rest of your members are just stacked towards top mid right now. No information being discovered by Cloud9 for now. Stewie, though, has managed to lurk his way very close to the smoke grenade. Flashbang's coming forward as he dances ever so close to the barbecue. And Rick's still aware of it. He goes, that's cute, but not as cute. And now they're walking straight into the slaughter. This could be big trouble for Cloud9. There's no boiler control. Rush is coming across. He's going to walk straight in towards a stack. The CZ's everywhere. Connor93's picked up more. Dallas, he dinks out one. Wardell controlling a fire at the moment. He's in this last clip, but he can't transfer it towards Tarek. Down towards 10 HP. All of a sudden, very, very winnable for Ghost Gaming.
He's managed to pick up the AWP here, but Rix already has a line on this angle. But Tarek with that LWP manages to pick up Rix. So that, you're right, man. They played that to a T. They knew the rifle was there, sent them straight up mid to that absolute eco slaw of CZs, and that was really grim. Tarek managing to clutch it out and saving onto that AWP with 10 HP, but that might have been a little bit more closer than comfortable for the guys on Cloud9 there.
Absolutely. And now Cloud9 just with a bare advantage. Imagine if Ghost won that. They have money to work with as well as a weapon, but they have to force up in this one. Limited lack of utility means that they concede a lot of map control, and that goes back down to the ancient problem. If you concede this map control, Cloud9 can just choose to slowly walk up, utilize minimal utility to gain this map control, and then execute upon a site. And we know how well that's been going for them so far, which is pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good indeed. Once again, super passive. We see 2 players on pit and 1 holding towards that bomb site in Wardell, who is the AWPer. And once again, just this B, just this Nana has been given up completely. Obviously, just passively making their way up. Still just leading the chase for that bomb. Still towards T steps, and nothing is given away once again. Still quite a bit of utility left to use. We do see 4 smokes on Cloud9. So this is going to be very difficult. They do opt to go up Nana. But we'll see what happens. They're just getting an absolute read of this, and maybe just even wondering, like, what Ghost are playing at. Maybe that's the one factor that Ghost might have, but at this stage, it looks like the call has been made to go up towards Nana. Those 2, I mean, they got successfully onto a site that had the majority of players, and this time around, you have 2 passive players. The rotation is slowly coming through by Dallas with the M4, but it looks like Tarek is just on that Archer's flank there. So this is going to be, they're going to get pins from all corners.
Yeah, and he's made it out as well. So it's like, what does Dallas do at this situation? So there's a flashbang. Good incendiary grenade by Connor. He has to hold on to it. And Seb, oh, Connor93 could have gone huge right now. They're lining up for Connor93, spraying down. Can't find this pick. Tarek has struck towards that jungle area, but there is still Dallas holding the line. Dallas can hear Tarek right now, but Dallas, what are you doing, mate? You got to turn around, tags him down low, and now it's all up to Connie93 to hold off this B bomb site. They have to go in together, and Connie93 knows this. Hero of the moment so far. He's going to go huge. No, he can't. Tarek, he just pushes out of smoke. What is going on?
So once again, Tarek, he actually has 5 more HP than he did in the last opportunity to clutch this out, and it is all down to Wardell. He has 4 HP, but no utilities. Might be able to pick some up on the way through, but at this stage, it might just come to the raw aim duel. 1 bullet will take Tarek down there. It will be interesting to see if he goes for that peak. A little bit of information play. Changes up his position and manages to take down Wardell with the headshot on the AK. So that's a second beautiful clutch coming out for Tarek. They're really just dragging along the Cloud9 team with him. And that's a little bit heartbreaking for Ghost.
And all this entire time, we've been talking, oh, Tarek is a peanut brain, and he's actually just making these huge IQ plays. That's what the interweb said.
Yeah,
that's what the masses say. And you look at that, that's just intellectual play right there. And Tarek has really just won these last few rounds for Cloud9 off 2 sick plays. He makes it look so easy. 15 HP, the audacity to go for the peak at an open angle. It isn't easy. 15 HP, you want to be hiding in a corner. You want the opponent to not check the corner. You want to shoot them in the back. And now Ghost Gaming, they've semi-what forced up Armor and CZ. At the very least, you know, the Armor and CZ strat's pretty good. But Tarek, oh, he's actually going to fall this time around. Wardell looking for more kills. He has to reload, and Cloud9 eventually going to peek in towards it and take him out. Now, Rush, he's holding the flank. And Rix, a lot of work to do in this round.
He does. It looks like he's just going to try to fall off there as they do try to line up for Stewie, but he does go down to the CZ once again. So, you know, these forced up CZs doing some good work here as Rix, the full health player with that smoke and armor, manages to recover that AK. So we'll see if they can do a bit more damage there. Another rifle picked up. They do have a kit on Connor as Rix does go down, so making it ever so slightly harder at this stage. They might just, if they can't find one soon, they might just call for that save.
Yeah, they might have to. And that's just devastating. Given the way that the CT half has gone, it's just a lot, once again, it's just a lot of could-haves, would-haves, but Ghost, at the end, they have nothing at all.
Yeah. That's just the way. He might get a couple of exit frags. He does find Rush, who had his knife out.
300 IQ Molotov? No. Imagine if he chucked that Molotov into the corner of pit. He just dies to the explosion. So that's 600 IQ plays. I don't know what he was doing there.
Yep, it's a little bit awkward, but nonetheless, we do have match point. You know, the money isn't the worst for Ghost. They will be able to buy into this in a fairly decent buy at that. Seb does manage to hold on to that AK. And double AWP setup coming out, so really just throwing it at the wall to try to stave off and take this into OT. Why not? One more round loss will lead to Cloud9 taking the series 2-0. As Waddell goes for that cheeky pick down mid, gets flashed out, doesn't find too much there. And Connor, same thing, manages to find Scar through the Molotov there, so nice opening to give them a chance to get to 12.
The T's have control of this Nana area, and the CT's just... This time they're controlling top mid. That's the one thing I have in reassurance, where the AWP is now actually falling back towards A side. They're only leaving the single AWP here, and I don't really like this coming out from Ghost. You don't need to be rotating so early on. You need to flash, make a play towards top mid, get this control, and then rotate back towards B. But at this stage, it's too late. Connor93 has to go huge. He's dead. They've got complete control of the B site. You might as well say goodbye unless Cloud9 decide to throw this. That was a severe bad play coming out from Ghost Gaming. You can't just rotate one so early on.
I mean, they had Connor, they found the early pick onto Sky, did great, a little bit of regression shown, he fell back, but then the rotate came through. Unfortunately, he couldn't find another frag there, and there you go. They have to try to retake this site, and it's going to be so difficult for them.
They have a full set of utility, so they have to burn through it automatic. Where is this Molotov going to go? Most likely on towards a bomb. Here we have it, Seb on the lead, but he's going to be blinded out by his own flashbang. Smoke on towards a bomb. Dallas will be able to take down Stewie at New Box. Rush still back at sight. Seb's trying to find the bomb. He will be able to eventually tap it. Rush can't take in a diffuser. Should be Seb getting the defuse. He's just sitting inside the smoke. And Wardell trying to find Tarek, who's just... who barely managed to live. He's trying to find the diffuser with the knife, but it was a very chaotic round, which in the end, Ghost Gaming do manage to take. It was a little bit scary towards the end, but they had the utility, used it correctly and wisely, and they do manage to still stay in the contest. 3 rounds that they have to catch up with, and Cloud9, a lot of money to still to work with. Actually, no, I think after this they'll be done with, in terms of the economy, but they still have rounds to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. Got that 3-round buff, fortunately for them, and it looked like it was all she wrote when Connor went down, but credit to Ghost. Nice little retake there. Excellent use of utilities, as you were saying, Karath. And it looks like they're going to try to take control of Apsy, just changing it up a little bit, just giving up that Nana position. And we'll see if Ghost do call any kind of rotation coming through this site. But it looks like there will be the standard setup of the 2 and 3. And Rix might get contact here from Tarek as Wardell gets a nice frag onto Rush there. And interesting play there from Tarek just to try to peek out with that flash. Unfortunately, does get taken out, but Skidoo doing some great work. Eventually gets traded out by the of Wardell. The spray throw coming through from Stewie. Does tag down Wardell to 15, but doesn't get the all-important frag. So now to throw into the situation, retake will be on. Automatic just positioning himself in towards that pit area. And I do believe Stewie has gone back up into Apps.
All right, this is going to be critical in where Seb and Connor93 use their incendiary grenade. Still a big chance in this. If they hold onto the smoke grenade on Seb, chuck it onto the bomb. Good incendiary grenade to push out automatic. Takes a little bit more damage than they should have, but they might be peeking double into him. No, they just peeked the same angle.
That is devastating.
Oh my goodness, that is the worst way to be losing it. Peeking in towards automatic, who's holding it correctly, and Wardell is just feeling just completely trapped. And automatic just shuts it out. It was a close game this time. Ghost Gaming looking a lot better, but they still lose it 16-12.
Yeah, that was a shame there towards the end. Just speaking automatic, credit to him. He gets the spray down. I believe one of them was through the other player just lining up, and then Wardell with 15 HP and that AWP in hand. You couldn't really put that to him to clutch out that round, but nonetheless, a very valiant effort from Ghost Gaming.
Absolutely.
I mean, we wrote them off essentially coming off overpass, but hey, they actually put up a decent fight.
Yep, looks much better that time, and at least there was a valiant attempt. As opposed to was overpass, didn't really give them themselves that much on the CT side. This time around, they had a good basis to work with. A few choice rounds did go, you know, in the favor of Cloud9. Tarek, just on those 2 1v1 clutches, definitely come to mind, but that's the ones that you got to win at the end of the day, and Tarek just outplayed them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if those 2 rounds fall the other way and Tarek doesn't clutch it out, and he was on 10 HP and 15 HP. You got to remember that's literally the difference of 2 bullets, and the scoreline might go the other way. But also there was that kind of CZ round that came close, and also that forced up CZ round where they ended up winning. So, you know, a lot of back and forth there, but in the end, quite an entertaining game for Cloud9 and Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, this second map of the series, or map number 4 in total for match day number 10, was definitely much better than probably map 3 and probably the second half of map 2.
Yeah.
It was, you can see adaptations being used from both sides. In the end, Cloud9 did have that map half victory. But still a lot of things for Cloud9 to work on. I mean, we can say that Cloud9, they looked pretty good today overall, if you give it average overall in the series, but Ghost definitely stepped it up, and a lot of things for Cloud9 to still work on at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess we can't really read too much into it for Cloud9. Obviously calibrating, eventually getting away with that round win, but those kind of silly one-outs that we saw against those upgraded pistols, maybe something that you don't want to see against a high-caliber team.
It's more of, once again, imagine it was a high-caliber team. Ghost, you know, they're a little bit raw in a couple of parts, but imagine it was like a high-caliber team. Cloud9 would have lost this match, and that to me is something worrying. Is that, sure, Ghost, they played well overall, but they managed to push Cloud9 pretty hard to make Cloud9 earn the victory. But coming in towards probably just 1/3 of the league, Cloud9 is nowhere near the top. They're in the middle. To come so close towards teams that are languishing near the bottom, and realistically, Ghost at the moment is kind of languishing towards the bottom. This change up towards minus ZQK plus Dallas is something they want to make sure they avoid relegation.
Yeah.
To go so close to this map, it just makes you a little bit scared if you're a Cloud9. Just a little bit, not too much to be worried about. Just a little bit.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily questions that we haven't asked before for this new Cloud9 lineup. Once again, Stewie2K not firing off to the stand that we expected. Had a little bit of trouble towards Nana there on that CT side, and eventually, you know, it wasn't too dynamic as we usually do like to see him. Having said that, you know, maybe the level competition didn't make him rise to the course, but this spray down here, the double from Automatic, beautiful to clutch out that match point.
Yeah, I mean, Automatic was relatively quiet over the series. I mean, if you had to pick someone, it's probably Rush or Scar that had most of the impacts, I'd say. But yeah, Automatic definitely just chipping in every now and then and just closing out. Even Tarek had insane rounds. Yeah, Tarek was definitely not only just past the 2 clutches, he was just doing well systematically overall in the series. But unfortunate for Ghost Gaming, but they've given something for, you know, us to believe in once again. Just a little bit, but they've given something for us to believe in.
Yeah, I mean, considering they've got 10 more rounds than the last time they played this lineup, and to say it was very close, 16-12, you know, it was literally those hairline rounds that go either way. Tarek won the 2, set them on an eco, and one of them, you know, anything could have happened. Having said that, the result is in the end what we expected, maybe a bit closer than, you know, what we would have called it, but nice effort there, especially coming off the way they did from essentially what was a shellacking on Overpass there.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look at the schedule for match day number 10. Obviously, all the action has been finished for now, and there you have it. So, earlier on today, on the secondary stream, we had Optic go very, very close. Complexity played insanely well, and they played together as a unit, pushed Optic to the limit, but Optic does come out with a 2-0 at the end of the day. And a pretty simplistic 2-0 for Cloud9 on Overpass. I mean, 16-6, it wasn't really a contest, but Inferno definitely was a much better fought contest on the side of Ghost Gaming. So, promising signs from the developmental team. On the mainstream, Renegades trade 1-1 apiece with NRG. And CLG, yes, they did take the 16-3 against SK, and then SK just struck back on Overpass. So a 1-1 apiece is going to favor CLG at this point in time.
Yeah, absolutely. So would love to, obviously we didn't get a chance to get too much of that game, but it'd be interesting to see what happens onto Cache. But, you know, SK just bringing it back to what was expected, 16-7 on Overpass, 1-1 apiece. I mean, sometimes the way these map selection processes work lends itself to that, but interesting to see that 16-3. You don't expect such a deficit, but, you know, Renegades just pretty standard scorelines across the board there in the end. Maybe a bit more exciting than you want it to be if you are a Cloud9 or Optic fan, but nonetheless, I think those 2-0s were expected at the beginning of the day.
Expected, but not in that fashion. Yeah. For Cloud9, maybe for the final map, yeah, it was like kind of like Overpass was expected in that fashion, but definitely not for the Complexity versus Optic map. But that's Complexity stepping up once again on Optic. A little bit weaker Mirage. I really legitimately thought Optic were playing quite well and trained. It was just Complexity were also stepping it up and challenging them quite heavily.
Yeah, especially if a player like Arlo, your primary AWPer, is going 4 and 11, I think it was, that on train that could definitely have a detrimental effect, but they managed to get away with it, which is a testament to how good Optic are as a standard 5.
Well, that is it for us for match day number 10. We will be having match day number 11 tomorrow, so stay tuned. We'll be back around the same time. Until then, I hope you have a good sleep and have fun Counter-Striking. Going to open up into Alu once again. Yaestar doing so well. They line up for Slemmy. Slemmy's taking out 3 so far. That is great angle.
Backing himself, obviously. Slemmy actually has Alu back. Could be costly praise from Pop Dog there as Slemmy actually manages to find 2. He's having a great game there, finding the 3rd on 2 midges on that